Hey guys, how's it going? Alright, well, today I'm going to talk about the Ford Transit Connect and various considerations regarding this van and living in it. It does have a number of advantages over other minivans, and I will talk to those as well. So here's the side. It's comes mainly in white, especially. I'm basically going to be talking about the older models from 2010 to 2013 for mainly two reasons. Number one, they're cheaper because they're older, and number two, I believe that the height of the roof is higher in the ones before they came out with a new model in 2014. Now, if you can afford the new model, one thing I will say is that the instrument cluster and the dash and everything is way more refined and way nicer. So the one in the older model, like we see here, is much more basic. Okay, so here's the side. This picture's a little bit blurry, but there you go. And there's the rear. One advantage I kind of see of this van versus ProMaster City and the Nissan NV200 is that this does not have a 40-60 door. The doors exactly, if you can look at the rear doors, they're right down the middle. So I think that's a good thing. All right, so here we have a Transit Connect, and I believe this is a standard twin size mattress, which would mean that it's 39 inches wide and 72 to 75 inches long. So you can see between the mattress and the left side, there's quite a bit of room there. I would probably make my mattress 34 inches wide, just so that I could have even more room and have room for a shelving unit on the left-hand side there. So the thing with this van versus like a minivan is that it's 4 feet by 6 feet, whereas the minivan is 4 feet by 8 feet. A lot of them, like the Honda Odyssey or Toyota Sienna. So you're losing 2 feet on this van. That is a big deal. However, the thing that's better about the Transit Connect is that there's much more height. So it's 50.5 inches from the floor to the ceiling. Whereas in the standard minivan, it's about 42 to 44 inches from the floor to the ceiling. So you're gaining maybe 8 to 6 inches. And that, to me, is a bigger deal because it means I won't have to be all hunched over. All right, let's take a look at some other pictures here. So I'm going to show you some pictures of various builds that I've been looking at. This one, I don't want to do a fold-out, flip-out thing. I want to have it a permanent setup. Because to me, that means you have to get out of the van to flip it down and all that. I want to be able to go in there, do my business in stealth, and not have to set up a mattress and get out and open the back doors and all that jazz. So here's one. Interesting, on the right-hand side, they didn't really accommodate for the curve of the right-hand wall, so they just built the unit straight up. I'm going to be doing something similar to that, but like from floor to ceiling like that, but I'm going to take advantage of all that space back behind right near the wall and build that out. Also, this mattress is definitely not 39 inches wide. That's probably like 28 or something. Here's one of a guy, I believe on Cheap RV Living, built this one. I like how he's got the curves where the microwave is there and the coffee maker. And again, this one is not 39 inches. He's got less of a width of a mattress there. This might be even the same van, I can't tell. It's very similar anyway. Similar setup there. So here's that one. Is this the same one? Yeah, this is the same one of the last time where she went straight up, I think. Or maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Anyway, you could see she has lots of room above her head. I mean, she's probably not as quite as tall as I am, but she's still got like a foot of room over her head. So I'm confident. I just don't want to be banging my head on the wall, on the ceiling. I want to be able to move my head all the way up. And here is another one. Can't remember how wide this one is. No idea. It's hard to remember all this stuff. If you look at the ceiling past that light all the way to the front, there's a netting there right above the driver's seat and passenger seat. I would extend that out and see if I have a picture of that in here. Yeah, like to like this. So how she's got this Pink Floyd t-shirt or some kind of curtain deal there. I would have that. I would do the same thing with the plywood on the bottom there, the bottom shelf, and then you'd have more space to store stuff. Now, the part that's actually over the cab area with the driver and passenger seat, they say don't put much weight there. So I would probably just use it for clothes, maybe like sweaters and jackets or something like that. Okay, let's go back. Where was I? Okay, I saw this one. This one shows how much room he has. It's quite roomy. And this fellow is, again, off of Cheap RV Living. And I believe he said he's 6'4". So the length from, like I said earlier, the length from the doors to the back of the front seats is 72 inches. So that's something to consider. And here's the same van. He's got a porta potty thing there. Wow, yeah. What do you call those? Cassette toilet kind of deal there. Just use my finger here. That is 50.5 inches. Which is basically the same height as a standard cargo van. Like a standard E150 Econoline or Chevy Express. They're the same. The interior height is the same as those. So it's small in a way. You're losing 2 feet, like in the front or the back or however you want to do it. But you still, the other dimensions are the same in terms of height. You're also losing space along the side because if most vans are 6 feet wide. Standard cargo vans are 6 feet wide. But with the minivan, you only have this 48 inches between that, like a regular minivan, like a Honda Odyssey or Toyota Sienna or whatever. And a lot of this is covered over by the hard plastic stuff. Now, maybe you could rip that out and have access to that. I don't know. But that's an interesting design, isn't it? I'm not sure. Suffice it to say that it's less space than a regular cargo van, but more space in terms of height than a minivan, and in terms of width. You're losing the depth. It's not going to be as long. The other advantage of this van is that it's with a way better gas mileage. You're going to get 22. I've seen 22 to 24 miles a gallon in the city, and 28 to 32 on the highway. Now, a lot of these Honda Odysseys and Toyota Sienna and all that kind of stuff, they're getting around 17 or 18. Well, guys, went down to the Ford dealership. They don't have anything except brand new ones for the Ford Connects. All right. Thanks anyway. At least I didn't have to talk to a pushy salesman.